What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today to discuss the Loki teen variant here, as well as breaking down him joining the Marvel Strike universe. So, with every new character, we know that the Red Stars are going to be updated as well to include the bonus, but we're going to be also deep diving his kit, taking a look at some T4 recommendations, as well as what makes sense from an Iso-8 perspective. So, he's part of the Bifrost Mystic Incursion raid, as a recall here. He has high HP and resistance, adding sustaining abilities for his allies, bolstering them, being able to flip heal blocks as well, and applying regen. The flipping of negatives, clearing negative conditions also are going to apply, but as well even giving them a counter attack. So he's going to be coming in the way of the Prince of Asgard Orbs. There's limited time offers in the store, and as well an upcoming event for specifically him. As noted earlier, there's a 15% increase here for the Red Star Orb. So we definitely want to take advantage, as well as take a look at, what abilities make sense to upgrade if you guys are planning to bring them up. So definitely one of the more iconic characters. We're going to be starting off here today with some of these Elite 4 Orbs. We've banked quite a few of them, so we're going to open up a few. Would be nice if we can get a 3 red or 4 red. That's going to be the goal today. But if not, we also have a big stockpile of the lower reds as well. So let's get this started. Sometimes you can get lucky with this and can get do some decent ones, which is great. Also some duplicates there. We'll open a few today and see how we do, but worst case, we might have to switch to the lower ones as well. You just never know the RNG, of course. There we go. Okay, got a 5 there for Cull. That's darn shame. Okay, let's keep going here. Maria Hill, duplicate. Yeah, so getting a lot. Maybe we might even want to try an Elite 5, actually. Need some pretty big duplicates here. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'm going to switch gears here, maybe to Elite 5, and we could get luckier potentially. Oh, there we go. Got the 4 red, pretty happy with that, just because, to be quite honest, it's going to be pretty rare to get anything higher than that for yellow, based on the shard rewards that we've seen. Typically, it's hard to take advantage of higher reds if you don't have the shards, unless you guys are planning to obviously utilize some of these power core orbs. So if you go to the orbs here, there's always a specific orb. So Prince of Asgard orb is available as well if you guys are planning to use that for shards. But keep in mind, there is an event starting soon for power cores too. So here we go. Taking a look. Okay, here we go. Basic ability. So Bite and Blade is basic ability. Attack primary target for 80% damage. In raids, when he is performing a counterattack or assist and has regen, he's going to be also gaining 100% damage on that counterattack. Leveling this ability up is going to be able to allow him to have the opportunity to clear positives from the primary target, gain regen, applying regen to the most injured ally on the team, as well as clearing negatives from himself. With the T4 here, you can see in raids, there's going to be regeneration that applies to all Bifrost allies. So I wouldn't recommend this if you guys are not building them up for a raid team, but obviously with them being the meta, it really does make sense to add value there. Let's hold off on the basic here though. Take a look at special and ultimate before we make that assessment. But it is good in the sense that it adds a lot of regenerative abilities for the team. Special, what goes up? So with this one, applying primary target damage as well as drain. This is also going to be applied to adjacent targets as well. It can't be dodged or blocked. Leveling this ability up is also going to apply regen for, once again, for self and allies. Flipping heal blocks as well, so being able to kind of ensure that they are getting the sustain that they need. In raid specifically, they're also going to be able to flip negative effects to positive, so essentially a cleanse in the sorts here. Level 6 also applies regen. With the T4 upgrade here, he's going to be gaining additional pretty notable drain percentage here on the primary and additional damage. And then raids gets that significant uptick on the 320%. So 100% I would T4 this, just because the damage output is pretty sizable, as well as the drain increase, and especially being applied to his initial attacker. Ultimate, Instigator. Attacking the primary target for percentage damage in addition to drain. So it's nice he's getting that little bonus HP recovery across the board. In raids, if the primary target is also a cosmic hero, he's going to be dealing additional damage to them as well as applying regen. So he's casting regen really across the board for the majority of his abilities. This ability also has drain. He's also going to be redistributing HP to himself and Bifrost allies. Keep in mind, it doesn't look like this applies to anybody outside of Bifrost, so really giving them the benefit there. Also being able to cleanse negatives from himself. So both his special and ultimate have that opportunity to actually flip or cleanse negatives, which is huge for debuffs and making sure that the team actually stays alive. With level 6, immunity is applied as well. And then last but not least, sizable damage and increase for the primary target, as well as, again, adding the additional regen for HP. So special and ultimate definitely take precedence in terms of prioritizing before the basic, I think. just because of his synergy, and it makes sense really with the amount of value he's giving in terms of him being a support role. Teenage Trickster is his passive ability here. On turn, healing self for 5% HP as well for each Asgardian ally. So this is pretty typical of the Asgardian trait. On self or Bifrost turn ally, he's going to be transferring defense down from that character to the enemy with the lowest resistance that does not have defense down, pretty much casting that across, which is nice, especially for maximizing damage output. In raids, again, applying regen to himself and Bifrost allies. Keep in mind, this only applies to his respective team. More specifically in raids, they're going to be gaining additional resistance and as well safeguard application to himself and all Bifrost. So this is really notable, especially on a Cosmic Hero turn. He's going to be applying that, essentially making sure that if we're up against Eternals, the safeguard is going to make sure that our buffs actually stay on board too. Lastly, with this T4 in raids, while this character or Bifrost ally has regen, he also gains 60% damage and a 100% chance to counterattack. So it's a beautiful synergy that works with all of his abilities, because most of his abilities cast regen for the team. So having said that, it really does make sense actually to T4 all these abilities, especially with the basic as well, applying the regen here at the very end here to all Bifrost allies. So in the turn order of upgrades, I would go with actually the passive, then the ultimate and special, and then if you got extra T4s, the basic does make sense as well, just to synergize it completely. And because of his kit really having a lot of healing sustainability, he doesn't have a lot of crowd control, it makes sense to actually put him as a healer, just to emphasize that output of healing and regen, especially his passive there with the Asgardian trait. But as well, if you guys need some more vulnerabilities out, just making sure that his abilities does stick, it definitely makes sense potentially to either utilize the Skirmisher or the Raider. But just because he's applying so much, I think it's great that the Skirmisher would likely be a better one, just because of him making sure that his attacks actually do have that output. But healing would definitely increase his healing sustainability. So let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. I think it's going to be dependent on the team synergy, but I think it makes sense to have healer just to increase his overall potency. That's probably the route I'll go if I build this team up as a raid team. But yeah, thank you as always, you guys. Do appreciate you checking my videos. Good luck in your Red Star Orbs as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.